What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, I hope it's a they, making their debut on the channel tonight. We have Van Canto. Yes, indeed. How about that? Van Canto making their debut on the channel. This is a request from Java Devil, and this is actually one of Java Devil's 3 prioritized requests for the month of July for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Java Devil. Hope you enjoyed the show, man. Java Devil wanted to see me react to this song by Van Canto called Faith, Focus, Finish. There it is, the 3 F's. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, I've heard this. I know I've heard this before. I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Napalm Records, okay? And the video has 132,971 views. It'll get you there. For those of you that have been following my ear infection story, I'm still suffering from it, unfortunately. It is feeling a little better, though. I'm being honest, it's getting better. It's still not 100%, so I can't use my in-ear monitors. Still got to use these, so sorry. I know you guys want to see me use my IEMs, but I got to use these today. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Van Canto, Faith, Focus, Finish. Official video. Wah, wah, wah. I love it when people say Napalm Records doesn't block. Yes, they do. I've dealt with blocks from Napalm Records. Trust me, they do block. They don't block often, but they do block. And whenever you're using anything official, whenever you use that, you see that word official music video, official live video, official lyric video, official audio, the odds, the chances of it getting blocked are going to be slightly higher. So we're going to hope for the best here, obviously. It probably won't get blocked. I don't know. But I mean, we'll see. We shall see. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. Let me see if I'm understanding this correctly. We're talking about an a cappella group being accompanied by a drummer, still technically an a cappella group. You have 5 vocalists total. 3 of them are primarily doing instrumentation with their voices, emulating guitars and bass. Okay, I get it. 2 other vocalists up front, female lead, male supporting. Am I reading this right? Am I missing anything? I don't know how I feel about this. If I'm being honest, I don't know. It doesn't sound bad. I want to be very clear on this point. It does not sound bad. It does not sound horrible. It sounds really good, actually. And I can absolutely appreciate the talent that is going into this from all parties involved. Having said that, I don't know if I'm digging it. I don't know. There's a couple of reasons I'm not feeling it, but I'll go over those later. For right now, let's get back into the song. Let's see where this goes.
These places that I do know, familiar, I try to remember the times I'm aglow. I feel one with my faith, won't surrender for hate, all the power I feel. Turning night into days, I am carried away to a world I reveal. I am breathing, I am alive.
Tempo change. A little pickup. Oh, they didn't do it that time. And they don't do it there. Like I said, I can absolutely appreciate all the talent going into this. This is not easy to do, okay? A cappella groups, they have to have spot on pitch. They have to, okay? Because they don't have, like, guitars and basses, fretted instruments, they can be somewhat forgiving, okay? Now, you have to put your finger in the right fret, but as long as your finger's anywhere in that fret. So, like, for example, right here, right? We'll take the 3rd fret. You can put your finger here, 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 or here. You're gonna get the exact same note because the fret is what determines the note, not your fingers. It's the fret, okay? Fretted instruments are somewhat forgiving. Voices are not. If you're the slightest bit off, you're gonna hear it, especially in an a cappella group. Where your voice is exactly what's making the music. There is no instrumentation. The drums are helping, but ultimately when it comes to notational notes, like within the chordal structure, that's all going to be on you guys, creating those integers, those chords, those runs, all going to be done with the voices, and you have to be spot on. I will say, everything I've heard from them has been spot on. Absolutely spot on. The mix is at times not very well balanced. When I believe it's the pre-chorus is what I'm talking about. When you hear most of the guys going to that mom part, that is blaringly loud, like to the point where it's burying the lead vocal. Not so much her lead vocal, but when the guys come in and they take over the lead, they're getting buried. And I'm not a fan of that. Now is that the band's fault? No, that's more the engineer's fault. That's the person behind the mixing board who should be checking those levels and making sure everything blends well. But ultimately, it is part of a product that is being put out, and this is the product. All of it together. Performance, engineering, the whole bit. So that is going to be taken into account. Absolutely. Anyway, let's keep going here, and I think we might be able to finish. I could take a chance. Look, if they're going to block it, they're going to block it, so.
All the good times slowly fading away.
I try one more time for the wow in life. I won't stop believing.
Strength will guide to these inside, returning the star.
Glory divine,
Faith, focus, finish, and survive.
all the good times slowly fading away. I try one more time for the wow in life. I won't stop believing. Strength will guide to the ease inside, returning to stay. Glory divine, faith, focus, finish, and survive. All the good times slowly fading away. I try one more time for the wow in life. I won't stop believing. Strength will guide to the ease inside, returning to stay. Glory divine, faith, focus, finish, and survive.
Dubba-dubba-dub-dubba-dubba-doo. Okay, this was interesting. It was interesting. Let me gather my thoughts. Let me think about this. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Van Canto with Faith, Focus, Finish. This was a request from Java Devil. And this was actually one of Java Devil's 3 prioritized requests for the month of July for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Java Devil. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about this. I thought about this long and hard. And I have a score here. I guarantee you, I'm going to give the score, and I'm going to start talking about the song, and people are really going to be scratching their heads. They're going to be like, if he's saying this about the song, then why is he giving it that score? I promise you, if you listen to my entire explanation, it will all make sense, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that an 8.6. Yep, 8.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Let me just say, and let me get this out of the way quick as I can, because I don't want to talk about it anymore after this. I am not a fan of this. I'm not. I did not enjoy this. I did not get into it. I'm sorry. I tried. I really tried. I really tried to get into this. I just couldn't. This is not in my wheelhouse. This is not my cup of tea. I'm not super big on a cappella groups and vocal groups to begin with. And I just was not a fan of this. I'm sorry. I wasn't. Am I writing them off? No, I'm not writing them off. If you guys want to, make more requests for these guys, I'll definitely do more. But as it stands right now, I'm not a fan. So, having said that, now people are scratching their heads going, then how in the world are you giving this an 8.6? Very simple. It's called being objective.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
I can take personal taste and put it aside. I can do that, okay? I can absolutely take a song that I love. I may love the song, but I can recognize the song is not all that impressively written. It's not a great song. It's It's just good. It's just really good or even pretty good. And I can give it a 6.8 or a 7.2 or a 7.6. I can do that despite the fact I may love it. On the flip side, I can also take a song I'm not thrilled with, I'm not a fan of, and I never really want to listen to ever again, but I can absolutely recognize the genius and the talent that went into the song. Let's talk about those. First of all, the idea of coming up with a I don't know if you wouldn't call this symphonic metal. Let's just call it metal for right now. The idea of making a metal a cappella group, I've never heard of it. I would never thought of it. I would never have even dreamed in a million years such a thing could have been pulled off. Well, I've been proven wrong. No, look, the concept is great. The concept is a wonderful concept, okay? I dig the idea. I'm not thrilled about the execution, if I'm being honest. I just wasn't thrilled about, in particular, the engineering. For me, is what more than anything else would have boiled down to. It isn't the idea of a metal a cappella group. I could see that. I could see it now, and I see the potential, but I didn't like this song because the mix was just, it was not balanced. It's like making a cocktail, right? You want the cocktail to be balanced. You don't want too much citrus. You don't want too much sugar. You don't want too much booze. It has to be nice, built, balanced, right? The ideal cocktail is that way. You have too much alcohol in it, it burns. Too much citrus, it buries everything. Everything's out of whack. Too much sweetness, again, buries everything. Out of whack. Will you still drink it? Yeah, you'll probably still drink it, but I won't enjoy it necessarily. But I don't want my money to go to waste, right? You guys know you can always send your cocktails back, right? You know that, right? If you're not happy with it, you can always send it back. As long as you don't drink half of it. Now, if you drink half of it and send it back, they're going to charge you. But if you drink 2 or 3 sips off it and you go, you know what, this is not for me, send it back. Most respectable bars will say, no problem, we'll make it again for you and we'll make it better, or they can recommend something that you might enjoy more. But I get off the track. You want cocktails to be balanced. Same thing with music mixes. You don't want too much guitar. You don't want too much bass. You don't want, I always like more bass, but that's me, I'm a bass player, sue me. You don't want too much drums. You don't want too much vocals. You don't want too much keyboard. You don't want too much backing track. You want everything to be balanced. Same thing goes for a cappella groups, even more so. I felt at times during the pre-chorus, and sometimes during the chorus too, like the lead vocal line was getting absolutely buried by the ma parts. It was uncomfortable. It was absolutely uncomfortable. I was like, oh, where'd the main melody go? It got buried, and luckily it would come back up, but then it would disappear again. And it's like, ugh. Is that the band's fault? Is that the artist's fault? To some extent, it kind of is, because they allowed that to happen. They put their stamp of approval on that and said, yes, that sounds great. I don't know why they would have done that. Maybe they didn't. Then again, maybe the record label came in and said, no, we need to bump that up. That's the hook. No, that is not the hook. I don't know what these record executives are thinking. If they think the ma part is the hook, they need to get out of the business. Seriously. The talent is definitely there, though, without question. All the vocalists did a fine job. I didn't hear anything out of place as far as pitch goes. Everybody was singing in the right key. Everybody was singing the correct notes. Everybody was right in pitch. The chordal structures that they were forming sounded nice, full sounding. I like the tone from all the vocalists, very complimentary to each other. In particular, the female lead, she really sounded good. I liked her in particular. Having the drums, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to be like, well, it's not a true a cappella group because they're using drums. These people are certainly entitled to their opinions.
I respectfully disagree.
The reason I'm disagreeing on that is the drums are not a melodic instrument by definition. They are a percussive instrument. They're a percussion instrument. And there are plenty of other a cappella groups that use percussion instruments in their acts. They don't use any melodic instruments, strictly percussion instruments. Bongos, congas, drum sets, doesn't matter. They're instruments, but they're percussion instruments. So I still believe this is an a cappella group, okay? Like I said, I can absolutely recognize the genius. I can absolutely recognize the talent. The talent is there, without question. All the vocalists involved, nice job, great voices, great execution. I can absolutely see the genius behind the idea and the concept. I would never have thought of it. But now that I've seen it, yeah, I can absolutely see it being pulled off. I think it could be pulled off better with better mixing, but that's just me. So that is how I'm coming to the 8.6. I may not necessarily be a fan of it, okay? I may not be, but I can absolutely recognize the genius and the talent that went into this. So that is how we're coming to the 8.6. So 8.6, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.